Question 1. What does this arm signal mean? A. The driver intends to turn left. There might be an occasion where another driver uses an arm signal. This may be because the vehicle's indicators are obscured by other traffic. In order for such signals to be effective, all drivers should know their meaning. Be aware that the left turn signal might look similar to the slowing down signal. Question 2. You're at the front of a queue of traffic waiting to turn right into a side road. Why is it important to check your right mirror just before turning? C. To check for overtaking vehicles. A motorcyclist could be riding along the outside of the queue. Always check your mirror before turning, as situations behind you can change while you've been waiting to turn. Question 3. What is the speed limit on this road for the car towing the caravan? A. 50 miles per hour. You need to learn different driving techniques for towing a caravan. And, due to your vehicle's increased weight and length, you must plan your maneuvers well in advance. The speed limit for towing a caravan is lower than for a vehicle that's not towing. This allows for the extra time it takes to slow down and stop. Question 4. You've been driving in fog. What must you do when the visibility improves? A. Switch off your fog lights. You must turn off your fog lights if visibility is more than 100 meters, 328 feet. Be prepared for the fact that the fog may be patchy and you may need to turn them on again if the fog returns. Question 5. How should you approach the zebra crossing? D. Be ready to slow down or stop to allow pedestrians to cross. You should always drive slowly where there are pedestrians, for example, in a town center or on a housing estate. As you approach a crossing, you should look out for pedestrians who are ready to cross. Slow down and be ready to stop. You should also look out for people who are approaching the crossing. They may suddenly decide to use it, so you must be ready to stop. Hi there, I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please subscribe and turn on notifications for more driving tips and tests. And don't forget to comment your score. Let's get back to the video. Question 6. When is fuel consumption at its highest? A. When you're accelerating. Accelerating uses a lot of fuel, so always try to use the accelerator smoothly. Taking your foot off the accelerator allows the momentum of the car to take you forward, especially when going downhill. This can save a considerable amount of fuel without any loss of control over the vehicle. Question 7. Why is it particularly important to check your vehicle before making a long motorway journey? B. Continuous high speeds increase the risk of your vehicle breaking down. Before you start your journey, make sure that your vehicle can cope with the demands of high-speed driving. You should check a number of things, the main ones being fuel, oil, water and tires. You also need to plan rest stops if you're making a long journey. Question 8. What should you do if your vehicle catches fire while you're driving through a tunnel? C. Drive it out of the tunnel if it's safe to do so. If it's possible, and you can do so without causing further danger, it may be safer to drive a vehicle that's on fire out of a tunnel. The greatest danger in a tunnel fire is smoke and suffocation. Question 9. Who has priority when traffic lights are out of order? A. Nobody. When traffic lights are out of order, you should treat the junction as an unmarked crossroads. Be cautious, as you may need to give way or stop. Look for traffic attempting to cross the junction, unaware that it doesn't have priority. Question 10. In winter, road signs can become covered by snow. What does this sign mean? B. Stop. The stop sign is the only road sign that's octagonal. This is so that it can be recognized and obeyed even if it's obscured, for example, by snow. Question 11. Where are amber reflective studs found on a motorway? D. Between the central reservation and the carriageway. On motorways, reflective studs of various colors are fixed in the road between the lanes. These help you to identify which lane you're in when it's dark or in poor visibility. Amber-colored studs are found on the right-hand edge of the main carriageway, next to the central reservation. Question 12. You're about to reverse into a side road. What should you do if a pedestrian is waiting to cross behind your car? A. Give way to the pedestrian. If you need to reverse into a side road, try to find a place that's free from traffic and pedestrians. Look all around before and during the maneuver. Stop and give way to any pedestrians who want to cross behind you. Avoid waving them across, sounding the horn, flashing your lights or giving any signals that could mislead them and create a dangerous situation. Question 13, you're on a smart motorway. What does it mean if a red cross is showing above the hard shoulder and mandatory speed limits above all other lanes? B. The hard shoulder is for emergency or breakdown use only. A red cross above the hard shoulder shows that it's closed as a running lane and should only be used for emergencies or breakdowns. On a smart motorway, the hard shoulder may be used as a running lane at busy times. This will be shown by a mandatory speed limit on the gantry above the hard shoulder. Question 14, what should you do when you're overtaking a motorcyclist on a windy day? B. Pass widely. In strong winds, riders of two-wheeled vehicles are particularly vulnerable. When you overtake them, allow plenty of room. Check to the left as you pass to make sure they're safe. Question 15, why should you use your mirrors when you see a hazard ahead? D. To assess how your actions will affect the traffic behind. You should be constantly scanning the road for clues about what's going to happen next. Check your mirrors regularly, particularly as soon as you spot a hazard. What's happening behind may affect how you respond to hazards ahead. Question 16, which is the most vulnerable road user? B. Motorcyclist. Pedestrians and riders on two wheels can be harder to see than other road users. Make sure you look for them, especially at junctions. Effective observation, coupled with appropriate action, can save lives. Question 17, what will help you to move off on a snowy surface? D. Using a higher gear than normal. If you attempt to move off in a low gear, there'll be more torque, turning force, at the driven wheels than if you use a higher gear. More torque makes it easier for the tires to lose grip and so spin the wheels. Question 18, for how long is a statutory off-road notification, SORN, valid? D. Until the vehicle is taxed, sold or scrapped. A SORN allows you to keep a vehicle off-road and untaxed. SORN will end when the vehicle is taxed, sold or scrapped. Question 19, what does this sign mean? C. End of motorway. When you leave the motorway, make sure that you check your speedometer. You may be going faster than you realize. Slow down and look for speed limit signs. Question 20, what will affect your vehicle's stopping distance? B. The condition of the tires. Having tires correctly inflated and in good condition will ensure they have maximum grip on the road. How well your tires grip the road has a significant effect on your car's stopping distance. Question 21. What does this sign mean? B. No entry. No entry signs are used in places such as one-way streets to prevent vehicles driving against the traffic. To ignore one would be dangerous, both for yourself and for other road users, as well as being against the law. Question 22. What should you do when you see an older person about to cross the road ahead? D. Be careful, they may misjudge your speed. Older people may have impaired hearing, vision, concentration and judgment. They may also walk slowly, and so could take a long time to cross the road. Question 23. What should you do if you're driving a slow-moving vehicle on a narrow winding road? D. Pull in when you can, to let the vehicles behind overtake. If you're driving a slow-moving vehicle along a narrow road, try not to hold up faster traffic. If you see vehicles following behind, pull over in a safe place and let the traffic pass before continuing. Don't wave other traffic past, this could be dangerous if you or they haven't noticed a hazard ahead. Question 24. What's the speed limit for a car towing a trailer on a motorway? A. 60 miles per hour. If you're towing a small, light trailer, it won't reduce your vehicle's performance by very much and it may not be visible in your mirrors. However, strong winds or buffeting from large vehicles might cause the trailer to snake from side to side. Be aware of your speed and don't exceed the reduced speed limit imposed on vehicles towing trailers. Question 25. On a vehicle, where would you find a catalytic converter? A. On the exhaust system. Although carbon dioxide is still produced, a catalytic converter fitted to the exhaust system reduces the toxic and polluting gases by up to 90%. Hi there, I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please subscribe and turn on notifications for more driving tips and tests. And don't forget to comment your score. Let's get back to the video. Question 26. What should you do if the vehicle starts reversing off the driveway? D. Sound your horn, and be prepared to stop. White lights at the rear of a car show that the driver has selected reverse gear. The driver is hidden from view so can't see you approaching. Sound your horn to warn of your presence, and be ready to stop if the car reverses into your path. Question 27. How can you reduce the risk of your vehicle being broken into at night? B. Leave it in a well-lit area. Having your vehicle broken into or stolen can be very distressing and inconvenient. Avoid leaving your vehicle unattended in poorly lit areas. Question 28. You're on a road that's only wide enough for one vehicle. What should you do if a car is coming towards you? C. Pull into a passing place on your left. Pull into the nearest passing place on the left if you meet another vehicle on a narrow road. If the nearest passing place is on the right, wait opposite it. Question 29. What's the meaning of this sign? B. National speed limit applies. This sign doesn't tell you the speed limit in figures. You should know the speed limit for the type of road that you're on and the type of vehicle that you're driving or riding. Study your copy of the highway code. Question 30. What does this sign mean? B. Traffic lights out of order. You might see this sign where traffic lights are out of order. Proceed with caution, as nobody has priority at the junction. Question 31. What does this sign mean? D. Roundabout. As you approach a roundabout, look well ahead and check all signs. Decide which exit you wish to take and move into the correct position as you approach the roundabout, signaling as required. Question 32. Where will you see these red and white markers? C. Approaching a concealed level crossing. If there's a bend just before a level crossing, you may not be able to see the level crossing barriers or waiting traffic. These signs give you an early warning that you may find these hazards just around the bend. Question 33. What's the national speed limit for a car or motorcycle on a motorway? C. 70 miles per hour. The national speed limit for a car or motorcycle on a motorway is 70 miles per hour. Lower speed limits may be in force, for example, at roadworks. Variable speed limits also operate in some areas when the motorway is very busy. Cars or motorcycles towing trailers are subject to a lower speed limit. Question 34. There's been a heavy fall of snow. What should you consider before driving in these conditions? B. Whether your journey is essential. Consider whether the increased risk is worth it. If the weather conditions are bad and your journey isn't essential, then don't drive. If you have to drive, make sure you're well prepared in case you get stuck. Question 35. A horse rider is in the left-hand lane approaching a roundabout. Where should you expect the rider to go? D. In any direction. Horses and their riders move more slowly than other road users. They might not have time to cut across heavy traffic to take up a position in the right-hand lane. For this reason, a horse and rider may approach a roundabout in the left-hand lane even though they're turning right. Hi there, I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please subscribe and turn on notifications for more driving tips and tests. And don't forget to comment your score. Let's get back to the video. Question 36. What does this sign mean? B. No motorcycles. You must comply with all traffic signs and be especially aware of those signs that apply specifically to the type of vehicle you're using. Question 37. What must you do if you come across roadworks that have a temporary speed limit displayed? A. Obey the speed limit. Where there are extra hazards, such as at roadworks, it's often necessary to slow traffic by imposing a lower speed limit. These speed limits aren't advisory, they must be obeyed. Question 38. What does this sign mean? D. Route for trams only. Avoid blocking tram routes. Trams are fixed on their route and can't maneuver around other vehicles or pedestrians. Modern trams travel quickly and are quiet, so you might not hear them approaching. Question 39. On a 3-lane motorway, which lane should you use if there's no traffic ahead? D. Left. On a 3-lane motorway, you should travel in the left-hand lane unless you're overtaking. This applies regardless of the speed at which you're traveling. Question 40. What does this sign mean? C. Vehicles may park fully on the verge or footway. In order to keep roads free from parked cars, there are some areas where you're allowed to park on the verge. Only do this where you see the sign. Parking on verges or footways anywhere else could lead to a fine. Question 41. You're driving on the motorway. What should you do if luggage falls from your vehicle? C. Stop at the next emergency telephone and report the incident. If any object falls onto the motorway carriageway from your vehicle, pull onto the hard shoulder near an emergency telephone, and call for assistance. Don't stop on the carriageway, or attempt to retrieve anything. Question 42. At an incident, how could you help a casualty who has stopped breathing? B. Follow the dvsa code. The dvsa code has been devised by medical experts to give the best outcome until the emergency services arrive and take care of casualties. Question 43. What does this traffic sign mean? A. Compulsory maximum speed limit. The sign gives you an early warning of a speed restriction. If you're traveling at a higher speed, slow down in good time. You could come across queuing traffic due to roadworks or a temporary obstruction. Question 44. What should you do when you're approaching traffic lights that have red and amber showing together? A. Wait for the green light. Be aware that other traffic might still be clearing the junction as you approach. A green light means you may go on, but only if the way is clear. Question 45. What should you do when leaving your vehicle parked and unattended? B. Lock it and remove the key. An unlocked car is an open invitation to thieves. Leaving the keys in the ignition not only makes your car easy to steal but could also invalidate your insurance. Question 46. What's the purpose of a catalytic converter? D. To reduce harmful exhaust gases. Catalytic converters reduce a large percentage of harmful exhaust emissions. They work more efficiently when the engine has reached its normal working temperature. Question 47. What does it mean when a moving vehicle is showing a flashing amber beacon? C. The vehicle is slow moving. Different colored beacons warn of different types of vehicle needing special attention. Blue beacons are used on emergency vehicles that need priority. Green beacons are found on doctors' cars. Amber beacons generally denote slower moving vehicles, which are often large. These vehicles are usually involved in road maintenance, or local amenities and make frequent stops. Question 48. What does this sign mean? C. End of dual carriageway. Don't wait until the last moment before moving into the left-hand lane. Plan ahead and don't rely on other traffic letting you in. Question 49. Who may use token crossings? D. cyclists and pedestrians. There are some crossings where cycle routes lead cyclists to cross at the same place as pedestrians. Always look out for cyclists, as they're likely to be approaching faster than pedestrians. Question 50. Why should you check the information leaflet before taking any medicine? C. Some types of medicine can affect your ability to drive safely. Always check the label or information leaflet for any medication you take. The medicine might affect your driving. If you aren't sure, ask your doctor or pharmacist. Hi there, I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please subscribe and turn on notifications for more driving tips and tests. And don't forget to comment your score. Let's get back to the video.